I guess re-recording this again. So overnight I had my system wiped. It's not a complete wipe. I would still prefer to do some stuff. Um, I wasn't sure if just putting in my product key, my licensing information for my MZSoft would work. I've literally never had to do this before. So, but I do know that at one point, years ago, you had to contact customer service for that. So anyway, I did, and they've not gotten back to me. But I also gave information about what happened, hoping that it will help someone else. I'm hoping, because the upgrades to it, this was obviously upgraded. There were remnants. There are still remnants I need to finish going through. But before I do that, I am running a hard disk scan on everything, which is not necessarily advisable, but in this case, it is. In that, I can't keep looking at the computer screen with these on. I am, if you don't know, the further something is away from my face, the less of it I'm going to see. However, I also have a physical. I feel the need to specify that it is physical. My eyes, physical issue where my eyes take in too much light. And if I'm not wearing my sunglasses on top of these, I am pretty much screwed. Because my sunglasses got lost, I have some clip-ons. At the very least, those are...
I'm not lost, Mom.
What, my regular sunglasses? That I just put on my ears? Yes.
Yeah.
Those are lost. You need to ask before you come over here.
Can you come over here?
Yeah, don't touch anything on the floor. I hid stuff between the bed and the table. Don't you look there.
I'm right here.
Okay, can you pick them up and hand them to me? Thank you, Chris. Get back over here. He is drawing, and we're hanging out while this is going on. His dad is taking over making lunch today, because he's sweet like that. Okay, but this still is not my regular sunglasses and not my preferred method of eye shielding. Especially since it relies on my frames, which are being held together with tape right now. So, now I can actually kind of... Oh no, this all needs cleaned. I can see! Oh, no, there's a tiny little... I'll deal with it. It's small. It's not overall obstruction. Alright, what did you say, Chris? You wanted to see what? The Pokemon picture I did for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull up my handy dandy sketchbook. Oh, if you're curious, he's talking about this. He wanted me to do it for him. I don't know, is this even in focus? Hold on.
Why are you not done coloring it?
What, you want me to color it in more? You don't just want the cheeks? No, you aren't coloring in my sketchbook. Last time I let you do that, that ended in disaster. So, this is at 83%. Anyway, we're doing a, this is not necessarily advisable as any sort of first resort, but I am running a full system scan. That is my custom scan. Full system, hard disk. But this can actually be it tends to be very hard on your system, so you don't want a bunch of other stuff going on at the same time if you do have to resort to this. So yeah, I've had to do this maybe twice before.
Bacon's gone.
What?
Bacon's gone.
Well, you wanted bacon in there. You don't seem excited.
I don't have this book. Somebody take the page out.
No, stop putting it like that. It's not picked.
Look it.
Nobody took pages out of here.
See that line?
Yeah,
That was from a page.
yeah.
From the Pokemon.
Honey, the only one who took pages out of here is you.
Oh.
Chris, I got a suggestion for you.
What?
Why don't you try starting with Mantike? This one. Follow directions. It has really easy directions. And don't freak out if it doesn't start off exactly the way you want. You can always fix it. Didn't you see what I did with Pikachu's head? Did I get it exactly round at first? Or did I sit there and work with it and add bits to it before I erased it? And then went over it with pen.
Why did it always pen?
'Cause I wanted to give it that finished look. Also because it's easy to photograph. Yeah. Totally did it with pencil first.
So in the scans, turn up
But I was
anything.
also doing it as an example for
Don't
Chris.
bend your book like that.
I can actually draw with just pen straight, but I can also mess up doing that. Like anyone else. So, love you. Even whenever I'm a pain in the butt. Hey. Is that what I showed you to do? Or do you take what you already have and do your best to make the big circle?
I'm making it opal.
Stop erasing it before you're done. I told you that before. So take the lines you already have, extend them, and then work with erasing some of the stuff in the middle. Whenever you're done, you'll have a big oval that you can work off of. It also shows that you're skipping a step. So yeah, fixing this, patching my system, updating stuff, running scans. This says no suspicious files were found, which is a good thing. Oh yeah, I need to reconnect. Because I took it off so that it wouldn't, yeah, I didn't want to overload my system. And that's another thing, like, know your system. I hate Internet Explorer. Chris, I know you're frustrated.
I don't want
It doesn't have to exactly look like that. Look, these are the lines that help tell you where this needs to go. Where the flippers need to go. That can be as curved or as straight as you want it to be. Work with what you got. Now make an oval. In the middle. Remember, short, light strokes. No, Chris. It's beautiful the way that it is. Stop erasing it every single time. Well, if you messed up, then make it something beautiful. Hey, Chris. Don't you remember that time I had that spasm in my hand? And I made that smear, that streak on my painting. And instead of... Chris, listen to me. Instead of getting mad, I said, you know what? I'm going to make this into a bird. Don't you remember that? And then you watched me make it into a bird?
I didn't watch you.
Yeah, you did. You did. You watched at least part of it. And you asked me, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm going over this with white. And then I'm going to make it into a bird. Because that makes it easier to paint over things. Instead of getting mad and trying to make it exactly the same, I said, you know what? Change in plans. You can adapt to your mistakes. That's how you get better.
What were you trying to make?
Oh, I wasn't going to put anything there. I was just going to put stars. There wasn't going to be a bird in the sky. Instead, there ended up being a bird. Some of the best parts of the things that we do come from our mistakes. We can straight up just get rid of them and do something else with it. But also,
There you go.
very good.
Okay. Oh.
Now, try to go lighter because it makes it easier to erase if you need to. Okay? Remember what I showed you? Soft, short strokes. Let me see your pencil. Show you so I can remind you. Soft. Soft, short strokes. Well, then erase it. It was an example. I'm showing you a technique. Soft, short strokes. Yes, but then you can make it dark afterwards.
What the?
You can always go back over it and make it darker. It's a lot harder to make it lighter than it is to make it darker. So, running updates. 5 years of updates. No. It's okay. Chris. Stop. Look at this. Look at this.
This is not easy.
But look. You got it closer than some adults can. Don't start getting mad and erasing. Instead, look at what you're missing.
That one.
Okay? Now look how this transitions. So make another line up here for that. Add to it before you take away from it.
Pokemon.
Chris, if you don't listen to me, I'm not going to help you. I can't teach you anything if you're not listening. Try to do it lightly, not hard. Add to it before you take away. No, Chris, that's not what I told you to do. I did not tell you to do that. Yep. Do that with the other side too. No. No. Add to it before you take away. You're using the eraser too much. You're getting frustrated with it. You're doing good. Now you want to bring this to a point like it was before. And then, see, look what I'm doing here. And then you adjust your shape by doing this. You see this? Some of the lines are going to be thick at first. Chris? Do you see this? Do you see how many mistakes are here? This is called a rough sketch. Mistakes are okay. It's how you deal with them.
Mistakes are not okay to me.
Well, honey, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. Even the professionals that draw these for a living make mistakes that they have to correct.
No,
Yeah, there are people that draw this for a living.
But it don't look like it.
Honey, that's because whenever they're done, you can't see the mistakes. See that? Now you draw your antenna around that. Go ahead, try. It's about getting practice and learning how to make up for your mistakes, and sometimes you can make totally new things with your mistakes. Sometimes you have to correct them. Depends on what it is. Depends on what you want to do with it. Chris, look at that. It's amazing. Now you gotta go through and erase your extra lines.
What extra lines?
Well, you know this. Your end piece isn't gonna have... And you see the extra lines on, like... You're going too long on that. Short strokes. Like this. Like this. You want it more targeted, like this. You don't want to be erasing the lines that you want to keep. See? Look at this. It's starting to look like it. So, yeah. Totally forgot to pause that again. I think I'm just going through this whole thing of just not caring as much. Oh, no.
Like it. Not looking like it, Mom.
I'm not even sure my computer can handle the updates. Oh, no, wait, now it's installing. It's a miracle! It went from 0% scanning to, and like doing this to installing. It went from 0% downloading to installing. Mm-hmm, thank you. Look at this. This is so beautiful.
It's not looking like it.
Oh, honey, you are your own worst critic.
I really hate mistakes. I just erase them. I make you try to look like that. You idiot.
Well, honey, guess what? I didn't start off making stuff that looked like that. That is really good. Your first time trying?
What's going on?
It's his first time drawing this, and he's doing pretty good.
Okay. Why are you slamming things down?
He's getting frustrated with it. Because it doesn't look exactly like the picture.
It doesn't have to. If you get too upset, have him calm down, step back, let him relax, and then come back to it.
Yep.
Noodle right in.
Good. A good policy for that, Chris, is to draw your eyes first. Draw your face, because look, it's formed around the face.
Still using the hotspot?
Yep. It's downloading updates now.
Mm-hmm.
It's on 8 of 148.
Mm-hmm. How big is the update?
Well, it's downloaded now. It went from 0 to 100, and then it started downloading. Installing.
Okay.
Oh, Mom, you made me mess up.
Sorry. Make sure that you can still see those so that you can draw over the lines that you want to keep. You see this?
Oh, the lines are gone. Oh.
I didn't use the poses in your book for this.
What?
I didn't use the poses in your book for this. You can do anything that you want. This is for practice. Honey, you are 6 years old. You will be 7 next week. You turn 7 on the 1st. In
No,
like a
second.
week.
7.
Okay, sorry, the 2nd. Your party is on the 1st. Why do I keep on getting this? Okay, Chris. My point is you turn 7 in like a week. Most 7-year-olds aren't drawing that. You are already... Chris, look at me. Look at me. You are already amazing. If you don't listen, I can't help you. I told you draw the eyes first. Before you do the markings that go around the eyes, draw the eyes first. Because if you notice, this is completely dependent on where the eyes are. Do you need my help? Well, it's because you skipped a step.
All of it.
Chris. Here. I'll make your fin even. How's that? But guess what I'm going to do that? I'm going to go over stuff you already drew. And I'm going to show you how amazing you are doing that. You see?
I'm bad at drawing Pokemon.
You are not bad at drawing Pokemon. There are kids who do not have your talent. And I bet they wish they did.
Why?
Who doesn't want your talent in drawing?
And this is out. Lead is out. Another lead is out.
This is my pencil. Why do you have it in here?
No? Yeah.
Oh, I know. Wait, that's yours.
Yeah, the orange is yours. The orange is yours.
No, I forgot that you got a purple one from school.
Yeah.
Darn it, usually the only one with purple stuff is me. See how I only erase little things? I don't go on a whole big tantrum of erasing things. Sometimes the hardest part about drawing something that's supposed to match is the second one. Because you have to get it to match, or at least as close as you can get it. It's okay if it's not exact. You're still learning. Look, I went over stuff you already drew. Look at this. You didn't need to go on a tantrum of erasing things. Look at this. Look at this.
Let's see.
Now, here's your guidelines for the face. All I did was go over your lines that were already there. Now look. I'm going to give you guidelines to follow. I'm going to put... Oops. See? Look! I made a mistake. Am I erasing the whole picture? No, because that's not how we get anything done.
Where's the line? Where do you put a line, Mom?
See that? Go over those.
Line too?
Not the line. The eyes and the mouth. I did some light lines for you. Honey, this is about practice. This is a practice book. You're not supposed to just automatically know how to do everything. Nobody's born knowing everything.
I make it just like it.
Chris, you're not bad at it. That is remarkable. Look at me. Do you know what I was drawing at your age?
What?
I'll pull out stuff. I got an old drawing somewhere. You want to see how horrible it is?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, okay. Try to make those shorter. You might want to draw the rest of it first.
I want to see your little drawing.
Awesome!
I want to see your drawing, Mom.
You want me to draw?
No, I want to see yours. There's one you told me right now. Sloppy one. The horrible one.
Well, I have to dig it out. It's in there, I think. So, I'll pull it out later, okay?
Okay. I wonder how sloppy it is. Did you have this book or a different type?
I didn't have this book. I didn't really have drawing books until I was a teenager. And then it was because my grandfather was acknowledging my love of anime. And a friend of mine got me a manga drawing book for a different style. My grandfather got me shoujo. It was literally the only type. He didn't even know the difference. There are styles within styles.
And it's just really sloppy.
Honey, this is beautiful.
I want to try and make
I
it like
bet
this.
you anything, if I take a picture of that, post it online, let everybody know that you draw it, they will say that it is amazing.
I don't think so.
Why don't you try asking your dad?
Dunk. Dunk. Dunk.
Now, remember the marking? Now we go across there. First, start at the face. Start. Oh, yes, that's right. You gotta do the circles in the eyes.
And then black.
And the black, that's right. It's okay. Look, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, do the edge right there. There's always a way to fix it. Now start on the face with your markings. Because remember, they go around the eyes. You don't fix it by freaking out. Stay calm. If you get too frustrated, put it down.
I don't like drawing books. I'm
Why?
frustrated.
Well, I think you're doing very good.
I'm not.
But you are. Chris, this is meant for older kids.
No, I'm not older yet.
Look at me. This is meant for older kids to use. But you are doing this. Look how amazing this is. I'm going to
I'm not doing this.
Can I put this on the refrigerator?
Let's have the cover.
Well, I want to put this on the refrigerator.
Mama, some people will steal it. It's not honey.
Let me see. Come on. Can I put this on here? Look at this. Look at this. There are adults that can't draw that. And this is what you did. There are adults that can't do that.
Not beautiful.
Well, it's beautiful to me.
I want to make it like this. I'm not.
Then practice. If you want to make it look like that, then practice and you will be able to do it. But it's going to take, you got to draw it a bunch of times to get it like that. Because that's what practice is. You draw a bunch of things, and then eventually you get it.
I'll keep doing it for
Like Chris.
20 days. I'll make it better.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me in the eyes. in the eyes. You can do it. Look at. You can do it. You can. The only one who thinks you can't is you. I know you can. Look at me. Look at me. I know you can. But I think right now you're very frustrated with it. Why don't you just color a coloring page? Why don't you step back from this for right now?
I'm never doing it again.
Oh, I don't believe you.
It's erasing.
No, don't erase it. Look at me. Look at me. Never destroy anything that you create. You'll regret it later. And maybe I like it.
I know. It's not beautiful.
It's beautiful to me. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. If somebody sees beauty, beauty exists. If I see beauty in this, it is beautiful to me. If your dad sees beauty in this, it is beautiful to him. Did you know that there are paintings that I do that I don't think are beautiful at all, but people love them? Sometimes there will be things that you will do that you will not see the beauty in, but other people will see it. Look at me. Look at me. I love you.
I'm sloppy.
I believe in you. Come here. You look like you need a hug. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. Oh, that's why you're getting that look on your face?
Still.
I will go to extraordinary means to bring out that smile. I see it! I see it! I hear that giggle!
What happened?
Don't make you happy!
What's going on?
He says not to make him happy.
Is he in trouble?
No.
Lunch.
Okay, give us a second. Now, I hear those giggles and I see that smile. Look at me, Chris. Look at me. Come on. You need to stop now. Come on. Christopher! Stop. Stand up and look at me. Stand up. Look at me. What do you mean don't make you happy? I see it! I see that smile. We will be right down!
I'm going to get it right now.
Come here.
I'm
Stop.
going to get it right now.
Stop. Stop. This is not good behavior. Come here. This is not appropriate. Stand up. Stand up. You are not two. Look at me.
What is snow?
Ouch, cat. Look at me. Christopher, I'm not... Christopher. I'm gonna start counting.
I'm happy. Okay.
I know you're frustrated. Look at me. I know there's a smile in there and I can see it. You can look away from me all you want. But I saw it.
Ow.
I saw it. Stop kicking things. That's 2. Don't make me go to 3.
Please let me go.
Never.
Go to snow.
Christopher, this is important. Because you can be frustrated. You can be sad.
What's going on?
You can be mad.
What's he mad about?
He's frustrated and he literally ran off saying, "Don't make me happy." Cause I saw a smile and it started to make him smile and it made him mad. Stop it, Chris. I'm about to go to 3.
Settle down.
I can't take it anymore. My hip already came out of its socket and went back in. We can't do this. Take some deep breaths. Calm down. I know.
Oh, shake your head no.
You don't want to be happy? Why? I'll tell you a secret. Laughter's the best medicine. My mom used to make me smile too whenever I didn't. I wanted to be so mad, but then after I laughed, she made me laugh for a little bit. I didn't want to be mad anymore. You want to know why?
Why?
Because my mom made me see how silly it was. Why would I want to be mad? If there was a reason not to be. And sometimes it was things that even, I know it's really important to you. I know you want to get it perfect. I know
Take
you
a
want to.
practice.
I know you want to get it perfect the first time. Come on. Let's pull out some of my old stuff. I know.
Why bother even cook?
Let me accept that.
Put that on top there. Because he needs this. Let me see. If I can find just on the surface something that I drew that was bad. I drew that in college. I was already way older than you. You see that? That has more mistakes than your drawing. I didn't have any references for that. That was a style I wasn't used to. I was picking up something I'd not done before. Now let's see if I can find something even older. This is a... Oh my god. I found a ninja druid. Which one was this again?
What's your name?
This was the celestial elf. Well, one of them, I guess. It was just half elf, celestial, ninja druid, many forms. There's all sorts of stuff in here. This thing is basically like a collective time capsule.
Pokemon!
Yep.
Not Pokemon.
I'll tell you what.
Nothing in it?
No, and it can't really work in the things anymore because. But
I
I'll tell
still
you
like
what.
you.
You know what? Your dad might like all these folders. Some old Lisa Frank folders. Yes, I like Lisa Frank. And there's a doggy folder. There's some kitty folders in here. We're just gonna go through here as quick as we can, and I'm gonna find something old, that is more fudge than that was. Zing Duty. I can't even remember what that was for.
Look, books.
Yeah, this is really old.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Oh.
It's a drawing book. I don't see no words.
No, there were words in there. I'm trying to see if I doodled in everything. Okay, so the only question is,
What's in it?
what thing still has the doodles in it?
It's a chili.
I mean, I have old fan fictions, beginnings, and outlines in some of these. This container is basically a time capsule. There's some stuff from adulthood in here that just sort of has ended up in here. Some stuff from whenever I was growing up. Let's see. Oh, okay. Some newspapers that need to be reconciled. I found You Know Who's character.
Yeah.
E-R-I.
I know.
Who was that?
Can I make this an NPC that we just murdered repeatedly?
Murder.
Purpose of bringing this character in, murder.
There's nothing in this here, Bubble. There's nothing in here.
Look at this.
Huh?
How does that look?
Baby. Hello, freak.
Look, I drew this in elementary school.
Elementary?
Yes.
That's good.
I gotta go downstairs and watch our food because it's on the table.
Okay.
Because making sure Lucky doesn't
Did you
get
see
to it.
this?
Yeah.
Does this look like this looks even remotely the way that it's supposed to?
No. Oh, we sing a song or something.
Yeah, I was like 10 and I sucked
we'll
at
catch up
hands.
here.
See this?
Yeah.
Do you feel as bad about yours? Yeah, but do you maybe understand?
More paper. Put it in here.
I didn't get your paper in here. Now take a look at this. Does this look like? Let's see. Yes, I was writing songs and stuff. Cause wow, these are the notes from that report I did on the Great Depression whenever I interviewed my neighbor Margaret, because she lived through it. There was some stuff that she asked me not to use. And here's a fan fiction that I wrote. I wrote down I wrote down lyrics to Barbra Streisand stuff. And I was trying to see, I did all sorts of stuff in here. But I didn't really keep anything that couldn't fit in here because I couldn't, because my grandmother made me get rid of it. Kind of like we do with your folders. Did you see that? Do you know how many anatomy problems are with this?
What is that?
Oh, I didn't always sign Luna SLC. Whenever I was in elementary school and picked up signing SLC, I had an art teacher that showed me that you could make it into cursive. So I did that, and I used to sign with that.
What does that spell? Says.
It's my initials. Hey. Mm-hmm. We can't keep going through here because lunch is ready. But I do want to point this out to you. I was older than you.
10.
Yeah. I was 10. Look at those feet. Look at those hands.
Yeah.
Look at those arms. Guess what?
Yeah.
Look at me. You will get better. You've seen some of the stuff I draw, right? Right?
Yeah.
You will get better. But you wanna know how I got better?
No.
I kept drawing.
Out of the way.
Look at me.
Get it.
I kept drawing.
Get out of the way.
Sometimes I got frustrated. So frustrated, I would take something and I would crumple it up. But I kept drawing. Sometimes you have to step back and look at me. You two amazing. Come here.
You get better. You just gotta practice.
Take a look at what he's painting on.
It looks good. I like it.
Trying to make it the way I want it.
It's gonna take some time, Chris.
Hey, honey, could you do this?
Nope.
What did I tell you? There are some adults that can't even do that. Drawing is a skill, honey.
Looks good.
You want to make it like this.
Well then, draw it as many times as you need to make it like that. But honey, understand, you're